All right. All right, so we're going. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Let's knock this out. All right, so I'm waiting for someone to pop in. We'll see what happens. Maybe Charlie will pop in or whatever. This is a new thing I'm trying. I have my brother here, and we're gonna just we're gonna talk some sports. We got some stuff, big stuff coming up. Football season just started. We got some golf stuff, baseball. We got some stuff. All right, so he doesn't really know the topics. Just gonna fire at will, and we're just gonna talk. I'm talking to my brother. All right.
Shit, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy. How are you? All right. So since this is like a golf thing, I wanted to I just wanted to try to figure out like this week we have the playing this event out in Napa Valley, the Silverado. It's got a different name. Everybody's doing their podcast, right? Our boy Andy Lack did his show, and everyone's like getting back in the swing of things with golf. Like, do you have any interest at all in like golf right now?
I mentioned Andy Lack. I listened to him this morning on Mayo, and shout out to Andy Lack, doing great. He did great. I always have a little bit of interest, sort of like what's the field is a little bit, it's a little bit better of a field. Like I start hearing some names today. They're talking about like all these guys are playing right now. It's amazing. But so a little bit, golf's a little it's different than football,
But but is it to the point where Wednesday night you're texting me and saying, "Hey, buddy, you mind putting this in for me?" Or
I doubt it.
Are you going to make a DraftKings lineup?
Probably not.
Okay, so you're not making any bets. You're not making a DraftKings lineup. So why in the world would you pay any attention at all to what's going on this week? Would you do that?
Well, funny you asked, because when I was listening to the podcast, I was like, why the hell do I care about this? And I didn't finish it because I didn't finish listening to the podcast. I listened to a lot of other podcasts about football, because it's football. It's football season. But
so it is not.
I still have interest, though, in what's going to happen in the tournament, like what people are saying. I still have an interest in golf, but I'm going to have my money in football this week. Unless you tell me, no, this guy's going to win, then maybe I'll throw a little bean on.
I haven't even looked at my new best friend Stevie Bamford's spreadsheet. I haven't looked at that. So I haven't had that. Oh, this is the guy. Sorry, excuse me. Andy was telling me to bet Dylan Fratelli. I don't see that, but I don't know what he saw. I haven't listened to Andy yet. He really wants me to listen to his show and listen to him on Mayo. Apparently he had some ROM takes. He wants me to
Frugal Fratelli?
Yeah, Frugal Fratelli. Yeah. So his same birthday as me, by the way. Dylan Fratelli. I don't know if you knew that. Anyway, I'm having a hard time giving a shit. So I'm not.
It's hard to put time into it. You spend all this time. This golf season was so long. Like once it came back, it was just good tournament. There was so many majors. Powell was like, was it an important? Oh, let me guess. It's an important golf tournament. Every week saying like, okay. Well, yeah, it sort of is. It just nonstop.
Yeah.
Great. So like, it's hard to justify putting in the time to looking at spreadsheets and whatnot. It's like, okay, I'd rather look at, if I'm going to look at any spreadsheets, it's got to be on fantasy football, on that lineup.
I can't. Yeah, when they came back, they started in like June of last year.
Yeah.
They went from June to basically Christmas. Took 2 weeks off. Then it was Hawaii till friggin' September. And it's till now. That's a lot of freaking golf, man. And I have to like, I'm not. I know people are interested, like the pure degens, but I needed a break, man. I can't.
I hear you.
I can't be doing a show, and I mean they have some good tournaments coming up. I mean after this they got the Sanderson, the Shriners isn't bad out in Vegas.
Are they playing Greenbrier?
CJ Cup might be good. You know you'll get some big names for that, and I don't know who's going to play the Zozo in Japan. So it's basically the CJ Cup is like the only. It's going to be the only real tournament,
right?
What's that?
CJ Cup's the one in Vegas.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, but they moved it. It's not going to be at the same golf course as last year, I think.
Okay.
It's not going to be at Shadow Creek or Kokrak one, but I think. But yeah, I just like it's a well timed break, and I don't know. I might take a look. I'm going to listen to Mayo and Andy tomorrow, and maybe I hear something that's interesting, but I don't know, man. College football.
Interesting. I mean, the odds, that's like the odds that are offered for golf tournaments. Like I can make a $5 bet on a 50-1 shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you can play a $5 contest. But to win what's the $5 contest going to get you? You know, I mean, it can get you a lot, but it's like golf offers great odds, as we know.
Yeah, well,
so it's easy to get sucked in because when 101 is looking at you, like, all
right, not to name drop too much, but I played a little golf yesterday with Christopher Powers, and Golf Digest, no big deal. And when I took my first look at the field, I was like, I wonder what like Ryan Moore's odds are going to be. You know, Brendan Steele. You know, he won here twice. Those guys are both 100-1. Harry Higgs is 100-1. So yeah, maybe I throw like $5 on those guys. You know, throw a couple of bullets, but I don't give a shit. You know, I don't care.
No one's asking you to care.
Well, I usually need to care in order to put the time in and act like I care.
Yeah, well, you just named 3 names without doing any research, and it's a fall season event. Who's the dude? Anyone can win this tournament this weekend, and you'd be like, yeah, okay, because Rahm should win, but then there's Hideki, there's Webb, Kevin Na. It's not Brendan Todd is there apparently. I mean, there's how many players are playing? 140 probably or 156?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
So, but any of them can win. So either you take a shot.
Charlie likes Ches. Charlie's saying Ches by 3.
Did Ches win here? And has Ches won here?
No, but he is like a California guy.
Yeah.
He's like a Pebble Beach, POA. He won the Travelers on POA. I know where Charlie's going with that. Hi, Charlie. Nice to talk to you. Yeah, so week 0 of college football, I hit like a 5-team parlay.
Yeah, that's a nice.
I won like $300 or something. What's that?
Week 1 that was?
No, week 0. Week 0. This is before it's August, an August college football parlay. Because there was only like 7 games, and I played like 5 of them, and I hit all of them. Anyway, but last 2 weeks haven't been as lucky. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna channel some funds to the college football. I'm into the college football now, and we'll see. I haven't really looked at week 2, but we'll see how it goes with the Jesus burping like crazy. We'll see how it goes with week 2 in the NFL. All right, where's my list? I have a list. All right, what about the Ryder Cup? Do you care about the Ryder Cup at all?
Of course.
Let's talk about the Ryder Cup.
Ryder Cup. I mean, it's a fun tournament. It's a fun event. It's a good event.
It's not something that you like bet on?
No, I'm not. No, it's always fun to have a team event, team atmosphere. I think it's a different because golf is such an individual sport. I mean, Brooks talked about this. Was quoted about that today. that
Yeah, I saw that.
Golf is such an individual sport, and now you have this whole team dynamic, but the team dynamic is good for the viewing public. It's fun to see the team competition.
You know what I hate about it?
What do you hate about it?
It's for like the non-golf fan that's going to watch golf. It's like one of the 3 or 4 events that they might watch all year. I hate those people. They're the worst. There's the ones that are crowding the fairways when we go to these golf tournaments. They don't know anything. They're just there to have a good time. I don't like those people. I would get those people out of my way.
Well, should be having a good time though.
I know. No, not when I'm there. I don't know. I mean, the U.S. Charlie says Euro's going to win.
Hold on.
Okay.
Is there really people that I don't think there's such a thing as a casual I don't think a casual golf fan cares about the Ryder Cup. I think the only people that are going to be watching the Ryder Cup actually like golf and watch golf. There's
really?
not. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the number has been in the past of how many people actually watch, but it's not.
Do you think Dad watches the Ryder Cup?
Maybe
Sunday morning, Sunday singles.
Home has nothing to do, but I don't think he's like, I got to sit down and watch the Ryder Cup. Like, he's not. I don't think the Ryder Cup is not on the front of anyone's mind right now, other than
big time golf fans.
The people that do.
All right, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe that's a bad take on my part. All right, maybe you're right.
But even still, someone wants to watch the Ryder Cup. God bless them. They probably only watch the Super Bowl. Like, there's people that just, But is the Ryder Cup is a sole and separate entity to golf, because everything else is individual tournament. It's individual player. So obviously the President's Cup too. The team event. It can't be. It's a different animal in a lot of ways.
All right, yeah, fine, I understand, but it's
sorry.
I know, fine. You could hammer that point home, but that's not. It's not really relevant. I'm talking about like if the U.S. wins, what does that mean for anything? If Euro comes in and they're the underdogs and they win, what does that mean? Like, what does it matter?
I'll tell you what, if USA loses the Ryder Cup, it gives the opportunity for writers and the media and people to write, look at what the division of Brooks and Bryson did, and no team chemistry, and this is what's wrong with America. We're all divided.
Yeah, but who cares?
Exactly. Who cares? Who gives a shit? They say. But if they win,
that doesn't mean they're better. Like, even if they beat them, it doesn't mean that like Xander, Morikawa, JT, and Spieth, they all suck now. Like, they're all like legitimate favorites to win the Masters. Like, it's not like, USA Golf is in a bad spot. Like, who gives a shit?
There's 24 players. Of this 24 players, how many are ranked in the top 30 in the world?
I think all 12 Americans in the top 30. Who's the lowest ranked American?
I don't know. Can we look it up? Like,
no, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
What's your point?
All right.
What's your point?
Of how good is the field? Like, you're always, when it's a world, WGC, it's 49 of the 50 top players in the world.
Yeah.
So like, does this have the best players? Dude, you're talking about, like, there's not much difference in any of these players. Like, they're so fucking good. It's ridiculous.
I'm just saying, there's
no shame in losing to the European Ryder Cup team for the USA, just as much as there's no shame for the European team to lose to the United States. And when the international team lost to the US in the President's Cup, like, anyone can win this shit. It's the drama around it that makes it great.
I don't think there's any drama. That's my point. Like, I don't see the drama. Even if
the drama,
even if,
Jeffrey. Okay, hold on. No, hold the bus. The drama is you're fucking down by 1 on 16 with a putt to take the hole, and there's all this the dramas in the match in the golf. Because are you going to be watching the Ryder Cup next week?
Yeah.
Yes, you are. And like the drama is once it all starts, everything and all this talk for 2 years, all of it, it's all a bunch of fucking nonsense.
Yeah, but
the drama's in the game. That's why we watch. That's why we do all this, is because we live for the drama of the event.
Yeah,
for all of them.
I just want Xander to have a good week.
Well, now you're talking. Now that but what's a good week for Xander? What's a good in Xander's if you were in Xander's mind, what would be a good week for him? Do you think he only cares about winning his
4-1?
What's that?
4-1 would be a good week for him.
4-1, okay.
If he plays all 5 matches, 4-1.
You wanted to go against Rahm? What's your give me your dream scenario. What's your drama dream scenario Sunday of the Ryder Cup?
You know, I enjoy I would get more satisfaction out of that's possible.
Do you think I think they're going to throw Cantley against Rahm?
They can't finagle that way. I don't think it doesn't work like that. They don't know where they're going to put him. If they're going to put Rahm out first or put him Rahm out last, they don't know.
Yeah, how does that work? How does
It's closed. It's who are you putting out first? Who are you putting out first? It's not like the President's Cup where you can someone announces and then you can top them. Then you put your things in an envelope and just hand it in. And then those are the matchups. So it's all luck. Who are you sending out first in foursomes? Who are you sending out second? Who are you sending out first in 4-ball? Who are you sending out second? Whatever the names of the matches are called. And then Sunday singles, who are you sending out first in singles? Well, list your 12 guys, hand in the card. Both teams do that, and then whoever's playing who, that's how it goes. Unless they changed it and I wasn't told.
Oh, at the President's Cup. I didn't know they did it that way.
At the President's Cup, it's different.
I thought it was a draft.
No, at the President's Cup, they do that. It's like, oh, we're going to send out Abe Answer first. And they're like, all right, I'm going to put out Tiger Woods. Fuck that guy. And then just dunk on whoever. And then we're going to send out Adam Scott. Okay, we're going to send you Xander Schauffele.
Dude, I saw there was a video someone posted of when Tiger beat, I think it was Answer.
Oh, God, Kenny, stop right there. If you're about to mention the video of the putt and the early handshake,
yeah,
okay, that's not news. That's not new.
I'm not saying it's news. I'm saying
you've never seen that before.
About it,
you've never seen it before.
I'm talking about it with you. I'm not saying I got breaking news here of Tiger Woods.
No, but everybody knows about that. Anybody who's watching this be like,
I'm just commenting.
Yeah, but that's not fun. Like, yeah. Everybody knows about the video with the Abe Answer and the handshake. Yes.
I think it's...
Yes, it's very funny. All right.
Why brought it up?
All right. So you asked me my dream scenario. My dream scenario is not having Xander lose to Rahm. As long as that doesn't happen, I'll be okay. Any other result is fine. If he lost his match to Terrell Hatton or something, I'll be okay. I'll live and I won't care. But I may not recover. I can't have that. And of course, it'd be the greatest thing ever if I had that little feather in my cap of him. If they ended up in a match and it was important and Xander beat him, yeah, that'd be in for that.
What do you think the odds would be? I'm sure they're going to have odds for every the books will have odds. And
Yes.
what do you think the odds would be in that match?
Xander versus Rom?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends. It kind of depends. I think Rom would be favored, obviously, but it's not going to be.
Obviously.
It's not going to be.
Can you give me a number? Come on. Give me a guess.
I don't think it'd be stark. I think it'd be like minus 150, minus 130, plus 110 for Xander, plus 120, something like that.
Okay.
I don't think it wouldn't be egregious, especially if Xander won his team matches with Cantlay and Rom gagged away his matches. Like,
Okay. Minus one. Okay. Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
It's not David versus Goliath. Xander's ranked 5th in the world, you asshole.
Listen, I'm just trying to get you on the record.
Oh, 1 versus 5. Oh, huge. You act like he's Cameron Tringali. It's not Cameron Tringali. All right, so you're kind of out on the fall events. You're going to be into the Ryder Cup, but you're really concentrating on football. Is that fair?
Wait a second. What am I doing here? Don't even try and do that. Say that again. I'm sorry.
What happened?
There was I hit the chat and I see all these comments. Charlie,
yeah. Charlie's asking about the family. It says Rom minus 110. That's what it's. Don't get too distracted by Charlie, though, please.
I can't see the comments and the screen at the same time. That's kind of annoying.
Okay. Well, you're on your phone. Maybe it's because you're on your phone.
Probably.
All right. Andy Lack's upset that I didn't tell him we were doing this tonight.
Well, he knows.
Now he knows. Sorry, Andy Lack. Big fan of Andy Lack. All right. So, yeah, he's going to the Ryder Cup, by the way. Andy Lack.
That doesn't surprise me.
Dave Ranabuya is going, too. Anyway. No, I hope these guys have a good time. It's going to be freaking crowded. It's not really my scene. All right. Let's see. Ryder Cup. Do we want to, since we're on the golf thing, do we want to talk about yesterday? Am I round the golf with CP?
I would love to.
I think I'm thinking too much, buddy.
I
think I'm taking in too much information. My system's overloaded. I can't get out of my own head, and I'm losing it. And I'm not saying I have to go like full reset, but I really need to slow things down a little bit because when I played on Labor Day, all of a sudden I couldn't drive the ball anymore. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I'm
You're locked in. All right. So I couldn't drive the ball anymore, which turned out to be problematic. But yesterday it was okay. I was okay off the tee because I was getting a little too quick, and I was hosling it a little bit. I wasn't getting good contact. So I got to follow through, but not too much. Like there's a lot of stuff going on with the driver, but I was okay. The problem is I'm really struggling with those 150, 160, 140 shots in the fairway.
Well, there's nothing more infuriating than being 140 to 160 away or closer in the middle of the fairway. Like, this is good. I did this. And then you're like, fucking it, nice and easy, hit it nice, and then you fucking totally screw up the shot, and you're like, it sucks.
Yeah, and I was constantly leaving myself in
the next hole. So go ahead, keep going.
I was constantly leaving myself in bad spots too. Like after I gag the shot in the fairway and it trickles up towards the green, but it's at the bottom of the hill behind the bunker. So I got to chip over a bunker and I'm short-sighted and I had no chance. Yeah. I had no chance. to getting close.
When you get in that situation, though, right? The most important, like when you have that chip, you just get this ball on the green. Just don't even worry. Sometimes you gotta just not worry about the hole. Like just get the ball on the green, and you're gonna 2-putt, and you're gonna move on. And
2-putting, that was another problem. Oh, by the way, time out.
All right.
Full stop. I need to talk to you about something.
Yeah.
All right. Had a full conversation with CP about this yesterday.
Okay.
Screw you and everybody else in the golf community who's mocking people who leave a glove on when they putt. All right? I'm leaving my glove on because I feel like a total schmuck taking it off every single time I get up on the green, and then I feel uncomfortable. And the only thing you don't want to feel when you're putting the ball is uncomfortable. And I feel like a total putz standing there. Oh, Mr. Pretentious Nagel is going to take his glove off because, I can't putt with a glove on. It's freaking bullshit. It's stupid. It's a waste of time. I'm tired of Velcroing on and off. I bought a new glove yesterday, and I liked having it on, and I'm leaving it on. So you want to make fun of me? You look like an idiot. No one's going to take you seriously. You know what? I don't take myself seriously, and I don't care because unless I qualify for the USAM or I'm going to play in the Masters, then I'll take my glove off so I don't look like a schmuck. In the meantime, as an amateur, I don't care. I'm leaving my glove on. If I want to take the flag out, I take the flag out. If I want to leave the flag in, I leave the flag in. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want because it doesn't matter. All right? So that's it. I'm leaving the glove on. I've had it on my whole freaking life. I'm not going to start taking it off now because you think I look like a schmuck.
Well, get it right too. Just get a right glove too. We have 2 gloves.
Tommy, 2 gloves. No.
2 gloves.
I don't need 2 gloves.
Oh, okay.
It makes no difference to me putting if I have a glove. I feel uncomfortable. And I don't want to feel uncomfortable.
Listen, Jeffrey, if you feel more comfortable with the glove on, then so be it. But the vast majority of people would say you have a better feel of the putter, better touch of the putter because the contact of your skin on your hand touching the club. So you have a better feel. Listen, I don't know if that's science. You want me to say science on you? But that's and so you're being stubborn about this when maybe not putting with a glove on is actually the right way of doing it. When I played a couple weeks ago, this kid, he was teeing the ball up on his driver. This high off the ground was the tee. And I wanted to say to him, but I was playing like absolute shit. So you know what? I bit my fucking tongue and didn't say anything because I was going to say, I know I'm playing like shit, but this is what you're doing wrong. Like, who the fuck am I to say something? But what I wanted to say to him was, Marco, of every professional golfer you have ever watched on television, have you ever seen one of them tee up a golf ball on a driver this much? And the answer is 0. So why do you think, and the reason why he does it is because he's stubborn and doesn't want to there's a right way of doing everything. There's a right way of doing, what's the height of the ball? There's a right way of chipping over that bunker, and there's a right way of putting that doesn't include a glove. But if you're comfortable wearing a glove, wear the fucking glove.
Lucas
and don't get worked up. If you're thinking about the glove before you got your 10-foot putt for par or bogey, that's bad. You should just be thinking about that putt. So if you're gonna be locked in on the putt with the glove on, fucking go at it. Wear the glove. I don't give a shit. But just know the reason why I'm trying to tell you shouldn't be wearing a glove.
I get it. And it doesn't work for me.
Touch thing.
It doesn't work for me.
That's fine.
Lucas Glover, who's on the PGA Tour, they call him the glove. Ironically, doesn't wear a glove. Did you know that?
Yeah, there's people that don't wear. Yeah, doesn't wear a glove.
It doesn't wear a glove. I can't. There's something about it doesn't sit right with me. I don't feel comfortable. I'm not going to do it. Charlie agrees with you, by the way. I struggle.
99%. would agree with me.
That doesn't mean you're right.
That's
what about personal choice?
That's what I'm saying. I agree. That's your personal choice. So if it's going to make you feel better about putting, then go with it. And you don't have to defend yourself or be thinking about it. Go with it. I'm just letting. And again, I'm just letting.
Should I get it from? Do I have to get like a signed permission slip from everybody on the first tee saying, "Hey, is it okay if I leave my glove on when I putt today?"
And you
make you feel any better?
You know why they take the glove off in between each shot? It's to preserve the gloves so they don't have to. So you can buy less. Of course, they're getting a new glove every round. Anyway,
they're different. They're playing a different sport. Do you understand?
I agree. I totally understand. Next topic.
All right. I'm sorry. All right. So
you don't have to apologize.
Should I have? I was gonna go through shot by shot, but we already been talking for a half hour. We didn't get to anything yet. So, I'm gonna go to a driving range, hit real golf balls, not like fake golf balls. They have fake golf balls at Paramus because the range is small.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't those little
like the restricted flight ones.
Yeah, you got to.
I forget the name of the fabric, not fabric, the material, but it's not. Yeah, so I'm thinking about going out to Willowbrook, hitting some balls, big buckets full, and just figuring out the routine, figure out what I'm doing with my stance and my body and my arms, and get in a routine, simplify it. And as long as I can do that, dude, I was hitting some majestic shots. When I make good contact, though,
you got a good swing. So much of it, I've told folks, I have tried to tell Jeffrey since when he came out here for the U.S. Open and we golfed, dude. He beautiful. I was jealous. Just free flowing swing on great plane. But yeah, that's at least what I saw.
I don't know what happened.
Golf happened. What do you mean? I know what happened. Golf happened.
Yeah, maybe.
Dude, how often are you going to hit balls or play golf? How often do you hit a golf ball?
Well, now it's been almost like every week.
Once a week?
Maybe, yeah.
So you hit a golf ball, and the next time you hit it, it's 7 days later.
Yeah.
And then the time after that is 7 days after that.
More if I'm lucky.
You have to, if you want to get good at golf, you need to be hitting a golf ball 5 times a week.
I know. Okay. I don't want to get good. I don't want to get good. I want to get competent. I want to get competent. Like,
well, you'll get competent.
Just shut up for a second. I know how to hit a baseball. I know how to stand there and swing, and I know how to swing, and I know how to hit the ball, and I can hit. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to hit a home run every time, but I am competent enough to hit the ball. And I just feel that there is I'm not saying it's like, well, some people will say that there's a science to it, but I'm not even talking about that deep. I'm just saying there is something wrong with either my stance or something I'm doing with my swing that's off, or with my arms, or with my hips, or my head. There's something amok that I'm doing that other people don't do, that can hit the ball consistently. Now, even though they can hit it consistently, doesn't mean it's going exactly where they want. I played with CP yesterday, and he did not chunk a ball once. Now, he didn't hit every fairway, and he didn't hit every green. And when he gets a hold of it, he hits a lot farther than I do, and that's fine. He's 20 years younger than me. It's not the point. The point is that he does something in his swing that he makes contact every time he hits the ball. And he doesn't top it, and he doesn't chunk it, and he doesn't have a 5-foot divot 3 yards behind the fucking ball in the middle of the fairway.
That's the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst.
If he gets in a bunker,
right? This divot is not correct.
No, and if he gets in a bunker, he doesn't take 3 shots to get it out of there because he knows how to hit a bunker shot.
Right.
I need to know how to do that because nobody ever taught me. Dad never taught me how to swing. He never taught me how to chip. Nobody taught me anything. I just learned on YouTube 3 months ago. I'm just starting. I'm brand new to the game.
And what I'm telling you is, and as I've told you before, and I'll tell you again, you got to go to the range more. You're not gonna get the result you're looking for. You're not gonna get it by just like, I'm gonna go to the range and do this once and figure it out. If you don't go back again the next day and work on it some more, you're not going to improve, and those same mistakes are going to continue to happen. If you ran 2 miles one day and you didn't run for a whole week, that next time you run, how far are you going to be able to run? Just about the same distance. But if you run and then you run the next day and then you run the next day and then you run the next day, by the time you get to that 5th day, you're so much farther advanced. And then if you keep doing that, you do that over 3 months, your swing, the answer's in the dirt.
Are you not understanding what I'm trying to say?
Of course I understand what you're saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? Go to the range more.
But I still know how to put one foot in front of the other. It's not hard to learn how to run. You just fucking run. I can run. I can hit a baseball. I know how to shoot. I know how to do stuff in athletic sports. I can catch. I can run. I can hit. I can do all this stuff. I've done it my whole life. I haven't been great at it, but I know how to do it. I can teach somebody this is what you're supposed to do. But I can't teach anybody how to play golf because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. That's all I'm saying. It's like I just knew what to do. I could do it. And then once I'm doing it correctly, then practice will make me better at it. But until I know what to do, I'm fucked. Because I don't know. What am I doing with my arm? Do I put my arm this way? Do I tilt my club? Do I follow through? Do I open up the club face? I don't know.
See that, and that as much practice as you put in at the range, you still like. Do you have a downhill lie? Do you have an uphill lie? Like once you're on the course, there's no straight shot on the course.
Yeah, there's no shit in your way. That's what CP was saying. Like, I don't really go to the range because there's no trees on the range.
Yeah, there's not. Everything changes. Listen, I understand what you're saying, and listen, I could complain about my golf game, but I've come to the accept that I don't play enough. And then I say that, but I can have a little magic. I'm looking for a little magic that day.
Okay, well. You want those you shouldn't really depend on magic beans. I'm dependent on I don't know. I just want to learn how to play. I don't want to just up there stringing notes. I want someone to show me how to play. All right. Anyway, all right, so that's my golf game. It's in the shitter. Can we talk about the NFL a little bit?
Love to.
Did you talk to Seals?
I texted him today. I said
before the week. Did he try to talk you out of Atlanta?
Fucking.
Just answer the question.
No, he didn't. But he tried. He tells me after they lose. I tried to tell you. What? No, don't try to tell me. Tell me.
What did he say to you?
No, he just let me fucking die.
What did he say to you?
He didn't say anything. He said. I mean,
I want quotes. Give me some quotes.
Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Good luck on ATL. I get it. Not for me, but I get it. That was not.
That's all he said?
That's all he said. That was it. If that's the thing. Good luck on ATL. I get it. Not for me, but I get it. Like, that is not dissuasion.
That's not an emphatic. You probably shouldn't do that.
That's not dissuasion. It's what it's not. It's more the last, but I get it. Oh, Jay gets it. I'm going to go with it. No, it was just he gave me his 4 teams that he was picking though.
Uh-huh.
And I I tried to tell him.
Do you want to tell me how many entries you have?
What's that?
You want to tell me how many entries you have or had?
I had 3. And
You had 3.
I have 2 left.
And you have 2 left. So you lost 1 with Philly.
Yeah.
Are you out of the are you out of the pay to pool?
Of course not. I got 4 left in that one.
Not out. Did you lose anything with that?
One pick.
Okay. All right. So it wasn't devastating.
I wasn't devastated.
Okay. All right. Well,
I was looking.
Have you looked at?
I looked ahead a little bit today.
That was my question.
Yeah, I looked ahead.
Did you look at week 2?
I looked at week 5. I went to the
2.
I'm confident I'm gonna move forward.
Uh-huh.
I've done okay in these. Hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
Got high hopes.
I understand. I'm taking a little bit of a different approach.
Okay.
I'm trying not to think about the life-changing money. I'm kind of going with the, you know what? I don't really care. I'm not gonna overthink it, and I'm not gonna stress out about it. I might not even watch the games, and I'm trying really hard to not care. And I saw when I talked to the only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to Seals and just get hey buddy, what do you think of this? Where you at? Just get some thoughts.
It's good, of course.
And he talked to me the other day, and I told him about the Rams, and I said, these are my concerns. What do you think? 10 minutes.
That's what's amazing. You can love any team. You can say, I love this team. Dude, for this shit, you can so fast say, yeah, but I can give this reason, this reason why they're going to lose. And the example, the Packers this week, mm-hmm. They're favored by 12.5, I believe, against their home Monday night against Detroit. Everything says that the Packers should win. But there's totally a scenario that what are the Packers? What's the problem with the Packers? It just, the story gets worse. That's a real concern this week. Is it warranted but that's the shit you're dealing with when you're making anywhere you're making these picks, because anything can happen.
Possible turmoil in Green Bay.
Exactly.
And you don't think Cleveland's the pick this week? Let's just throw that right out there.
Hold on.
Cleveland's the pick?
Tampa Bay's a good pick. Tampa's a good pick this week. Cleveland.
Tom Brady's washed up. I'm not picking him.
Yeah, he's terrible, man. I mean, he should just retire already.
About time you're coming around.
I mean,
threw 3 interceptions in the title game last year. Shouldn't even went to the Super Bowl.
Guy's never done anything.
I didn't say that. I just said he's washed up. He has been for 2 years.
Dude, if that is a serious take, that is the most ridiculous and worst take I've ever heard in my life.
What, that Tom Brady's washed up and he's finished? The guy's 44 years old?
His age doesn't define if he's washed up or not. The fact that he can throw a 60-yard pass exactly where it needs to go says he's not washed up. He can throw the 60-yard bomb, the 5-yard out. He knows how to dump it down. He threw it. Dude, Tom Brady is not washed up.
Okay.
That is please. If you cannot possibly say that and mean it.
I've watched it. You don't get it back. You don't get it back.
Dude. Turn up the music because you're making me upset.
I'm sorry. You don't think, fine. Tom Brady's great. He's going to win the Super Bowl again.
He is going to win the Super Bowl again.
Okay. Well, then we could talk in January and see where we're at.
Yes, Cleveland's playing Houston at home. Yes, that's a good pick.
Right?
Tampa.
Coming off a loss. Houston's coming off their Super Bowl.
Washington a pick this week? Coming off a loss. So can you really go with the fucking
the New York Giants?
Whatever the hell his name is, who are you picking? I'm picking the team with the quarterback. Whatever the hell his name is,
Danny Fumbles.
What do you do? How do you do that?
So you didn't see any of the Giant game, right?
I did not see anything. I saw a couple of highlights, and I saw the screenshot today of the linemen running into each other.
Yeah.
But they're a disaster, bro. The Giants, if there's any take, dude, your take on the Giants is as strong and as great as bad as your take is that Tom Brady is washed up. The one is so good and the other is so horrible that it's obnoxious.
I'm sorry you feel
what
that
about
way.
New England this week is good too. I'll say that.
See, I don't have to pick 5 teams. I only have to pick one. Because if you have 4 if you have 4 survivor picks, you don't have any.
Well, that's also not true. You just have more survivor picks. I mean, a cat's got 9 lives. Would you like to be a cat, or not? You need some life.
I'm just saying. No, I'm trying not to overthink it.
Or video games with 1 life. You 3 lives.
I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm not looking ahead to the schedule, taking it 1 week at a time. I think Cleveland's the play. I don't, unless Seals talks me off of it. I know he hates Houston, so he'll bless the Cleveland pick. And I'm moving on to week 3.
I bless it too, of course, for sure.
Yeah, and I don't have to worry about Aaron Rodgers, and I don't have to worry about Tom Brady. I don't have to worry about anything. I just Cleveland go out, win the game, get to 1-1, and let's move on. And then we'll take a look at week 3 and see what's cooking there. I'm not worried about saving teams and everything else. I'm just going to survive.
Yeah, you just gotta.
This is a new strategy for me. Usually, I'm looking at like week 14 to say I can't take Cleveland now because they're home to the Bengals in week 14.
Yeah, that's too far. You should. I say you can look 2 weeks, 3 weeks ahead. I mean, once it depends on if there's double picks. You have to pick 2. Like that's the stuff you have to really think about. But for right now, week 2, of course, just survive. Cleveland's the highest favorite on the board. Will be the most popular pick. Tampa Bay.
I can't worry about that.
New England's going to be very popular. It's the top 3 will be
Cleveland. All the people that didn't take San Francisco and the Rams last week because they're going to be really popular decided to get cute and took Tennessee or Atlanta or somebody else. Well, congratulations. You still have the Rams available to take.
Well, you're limited.
I think you can buy back in the Betas pool. By the way,
that's okay. Most people have more than 1 entry.
Oh, I know.
So it's like I lost. Listen, I lost with Atlanta. Like I wasn't. Obviously, I would have liked to go 3 for 3, but like I could have. Like that 3rd game wasn't going to be a comfortable pick.
What do you think of the strategy? I can't confirm this, but I can just assume. What do you think of the strategy if somebody says buys like 30 entries in a pool or 50 entries in a pool, and they pick both sides of multiple games, knowing that they're going to lose half of them, but knowing that they're going to win half of them? Mm-hmm. So they just try to accumulate as many bullets as they can going into like week 9. Like the first 8 weeks, they'll take into both sides of games just to make sure they have X amount of entries left for, say, like week 9, and most likely more than like half the pool's already eliminated. So I was like, all right, well, now I have 9 entries. I started with 50, but at least now I have like 9, and everybody else is
a lot more. But you need to get through 8 weeks. I mean, there's what?
I'm just saying in theory, hypothetically.
But okay, but that's still 100 entries. It's at least 100 entries.
I'm not saying they do both sides equally. They might take 5 entries on Atlanta and then 2 entries on the Eagles. But at least they have everybody that took Atlanta and lost, they're gone, and he's still got 2 left. And he's the only one who had the Eagles last week, or he's the only one who had the Steelers, or whoever. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I just want to know if you thought that was a viable strategy. I don't.
If you got the money, of course. I've of course thought about how to
manipulate. How to cheat? Cheat?
Well, is it cheating? It's just, is there a way? But it takes, because
the people that are cheating, but saying that they're not cheating, they're cheating. Those are the worst kind of people. And yes, those are the ones that are doing that. Oh, I'm not cheating.
But it's still hard. What makes it hard, though, even like because once you pick the team, you can't pick them again. And like, so for example, are you really going to take the opposite side of Tampa Bay, Jacksonville, for example?
Yeah, but when these bloodbaths happen, when the Rams lose to the winless Jets, and half the everybody's gone, and you're alive with like 8 entries because you took the Texans in week 2 or whatever, that's when it becomes advantageous, and that's what you're betting on. You're betting on carnage, which happens every freaking year. You just don't know what week it's going to strike.
You're saying use the picks to pick the bad teams and hoping the other side.
But you're picking both sides of the game. You're taking both teams in the game. One of them's going to win. Now, if they tie, you're fucked. But both of them are going to win. One of them's going to win.
Yeah.
So it's just like, if the whole pool gets wiped out, I still got a couple. I'll still be alive no matter what because I have both sides of the game. Like, I just think people that have all these entries and like that's what they do, and they don't have to stress about who wins because they know that they're moving on. It's just a waiting game until it gets to nut cutting time. But me with one entry, I have to be perfect. I can't afford it. That's who I'm going up against. It's fucking impossible. But what do? You chase the dream, right? But it's a stack. It's loaded. It's a loaded deck going against me. All right. Anyway. What do I want to talk about? Yo, did you hear about Norm Macdonald?
I did.
That sucks.
Yeah, man.
I don't care. Like, celebrity deaths, like, they don't hit me. Like, I don't care. Like, this one dies, that one. Like, who cares? I didn't know him, but fucking Norm, man.
Yeah, it was a little
Norm, like,
dude.
That kind of hit me a little bit.
Update special was great. Weekly update was. I mean,
when I'm on YouTube, sometimes I'm always watching like old Norm Macdonald videos on like Conan O'Brien and Weekend Updates and like just Norm stuff. We used to quit. You got any gum? That's Norm. Like that's been a staple of ours for like 20 years. Yeah, you got any gum?
Yeah, gum.
That's a Norm line. Oh man, I couldn't believe that. Sucks, man. I don't know. I was late to that. I didn't hear about that until a couple hours ago. But I don't know. I just wanted to mention that. How the Mets doing, by the way? I'm sitting here in my Mets shirt. What's going on?
You want to get the Mets? Dude, the Mets are frustrating to me.
No.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they were up 3-2 at home. Heading into
today?
Today, heading up to heading into the 6th, they were up 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they sit 3.5 games back of the wild card.
Okay.
5.5 games out of first. All right, from behind.
How much time's left? It's like 2 weeks left.
There's 16 games left to play. So they have a chance for the wild card. And that's what's annoying. I apologize. I said to Pal last night. They lost last night's game. Dude, they haven't. They can't get a hit. They haven't gotten a big hit all year. Like good base, which is a sac fly, or just they've had a few. Of course, they've had some hits and some wins, but like when it really comes down to it in the fucking dog days and every game when you're really committed and it's fucking second and third and 1 out, or Alonso hits a leadoff triple and he fucking walks back to the dugout after a fucking lazy fly ball, runner on third, strikeout, pop up. Dude, get him. And that's what's infuriating. But there's something about the team that they're just I like, but it's where's Noah? Like Syndergaard, he just got COVID. Conveniently, just got COVID. I mean, that's what
he hasn't pitched all year, right?
No, he had a setback. He was going to come back. He was going to come back in July, and he had a setback in May.
Pushed
him back.
That never happens with the Mets.
And never. And fucking DeGrom, who knows what the fuck is happening with DeGrom? Dude,
How long has DeGrom been out for?
He's been out since like June.
Really?
But he missed 2 weeks in May and then 2 weeks in but they didn't rest. They brought him back. It was ridiculous how they handled him. Like everything's fine. Different injury in the fucking forearm and the tendon and the bicep, everywhere but the elbow. And now there's some inflammation in the elbow. No shit. But who knows what the hell they're doing? So it's very but they have a chance. But they still have a chance.
To do what?
To make the playoffs.
What good does that do you?
Because all right, the Giants and the Dodgers are both fucking awesome, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, but the Giants and the Dodgers are one of them's gonna win the division, the other one's gonna win the wild card. Mm-hmm. Now, if you go to the wild card, you have to play one of them, and then you win, you go play the other one.
Isn't it wild card 2 out of 3 now?
No, the wild card's 1 game. So
still, are you sure?
The wild card game is 1 game.
I thought they changed that.
They didn't. I checked. It's 1 game.
Okay.
Well, it's still wild card game. 1 game. So if you have to go through the Dodgers and the Giants. They're not going to play each other. The only way they'll play each other is if they win. If the Dodgers win the wild card game, then they're going to play the divisional round, best of 5.
Okay.
But Mets win the wild card. You have to beat them. 1 game. It's 1 game.
Who's the Mets' best pitcher if DeGrom is out?
I would think that.
Who's pitching that wild card game? Don't you think the fact that you can't answer that question?
No, I'm trying to think if it's between Stroman and Taiwan Walker. Neither are Scherzer. I mean, but that's the thing. The Dodgers in a 5-game series. You have to beat Scherzer, fucking Kershaw, who I don't know back yet, but Bueller, the fucking. Japanese guy, I can't remember his name right now. Who else? Do they have 4 great starting pitchers? And but 1 game, beat them 1 game, and then go play the Giants. Because I don't think they're good. The Braves have a pretty easy schedule and should win the East.
Like you keep talking about all these other teams, like the Mets stink though.
They do, but I would rather make the playoffs. Yes, they do stink. I don't have any expectation that they're going to win the World Series. Like I did have a hope. Like, God, this is.
But how do you get enjoyment out of watching a team that sucks? That's what I don't understand. Like I stopped watching the teams that suck, like because they suck.
But they don't. They've won 72 games this year, 71 games. They still won 70 games. They're not the Orioles or the fucking Diamondbacks. They're
not going anywhere. There's no promise of a run. There's not like they've had bad luck. They suck. They have like 3 shortstops and they have no outfielders and they can't close games. And
reason why, because if they make the playoffs, Lindor, Baez, Alonso, Conforto, McNeil, they all want to be there and compete. They're going to compete. If they're going to compete, I'm going to be there with them to root them on. And right now they have a chance they're still competing. So I'm a big Met fan. But
I used to be a Met fan.
I know. It doesn't make me happy that I'd much rather
they're so poorly constructed. And as a big Met fan, why doesn't that it doesn't matter that you're going to watch them anyway? That irks me.
But
they're doing it wrong.
Listen, I don't think they're poorly. I don't think they're poorly constructed. Dude.
What position is?
They have 2 gold gloves up the middle with Baez and Lindor. They're both Gold Glove winners. Okay, Brendan Nimmo, whatever you want to say, he had a very good year. He was being very productive, and he got hurt, unfortunately. And he was a very big when he got hurt, and the Mets started losing. He came back, and they played much better baseball. Their lineup was much better, and then he got hurt, No, I'm serious, okay? But anyway, Alonso is. What do you want out of your first baseman? You want a big home run bat that is competent, a competent fielder. And he fucking had 50 home runs 2 years ago, and he's got 30 dingers this year. Okay, got Conforto and right. Conforto's a New York. He's had a rough year this year, but he's hitting the ball well now. He's coming out of it. He's hitting probably close to 300.
Who plays third base?
Who's on first? I don't know. No, third base is McNeil, and they got VR, and McNeil moved to left field now. They have VR. Okay, listen, they didn't get Chris Bryant, who you wanted. Sorry, they don't have Chris Bryant, Lindor, Baez, and Alonso. Like, so I can't say that they're not well put together. They're left fielder, and they're
Baez is a shortstop, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's also Baez is an incredible infielder, the baseball player, and he can just as well play second base as he can shortstop. He may have preferred to play, but he's a world fucking star athlete. Of course,
who's in center field? Who's in left? You just told me your third baseman's playing left field. Who's playing center? This is worse than our softball team. Do you understand?
Right now, center field is Pilar.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, Pilar. Did you see Pilar?
No. Did I see? No is the answer to that question.
Pilar took a ball to the face this year. He got hit with a fastball, bro. Broke his nose. It was, oh man, it was. So Pilar became a little bit of a folk hero in New York when he came back. And listen, he's no fucking Willie Mays. And Brandon Nimmo's injury.
Is that the guy they got from like the Astros or something?
Who?
Pilar? See the guy they got from the Astros?
Yes, from the Astros, that's correct.
See, I paid attention. They didn't get George Springer. They got that guy.
Listen, George Springer would have been great.
Yo, you think?
No, yeah. But he didn't start off.
Things are going to be different with a new owner, though. Don't worry about it. Things will be different.
What's Springer? I think it will be. I do think it will be different.
They've had 3 GMs since the new owner took over.
Listen.
That's not good.
But
it's not stable. That's not different.
But you can't. But it's not fair to expect a new owner of a team in 1 year completely turn it around. It doesn't work that way. It's very it is a process.
Okay, he doesn't have to completely turn it around.
Listen. The Louis Rojas should be fired. Okay.
Oh, now we're firing the manager. Okay.
Well, he makes some pretty dumb decisions.
I'm not saying he's got to turn everything around. I'm just saying he's got to hit the brakes going in the wrong direction, which is what they've been doing for 10 years. That's all. And he hasn't hit the brakes yet. Considering the manager is supposed to be fired, according to you, and he's on his third GM. And his first move was to bring Sandy Alderson in, who couldn't construct the team in the first place.
Yeah, I saw someone put to get Billy Bean. I don't want fucking Billy Bean. I don't want the. But I like small ball. Billy Bean is like that's what dude. They don't play any small ball. And that's what's good a little.
I don't think anybody does.
Exactly. That's what's frustrating about baseball now is that they don't play any. It's just because that's what people want. They want to see home runs doesn't mean that's what you have to do. Who gives a fuck what people want to see? What's going to win the ball game? And winning a ball game are line drives and fucking sack flies when you need to. And how about a little fucking safety squeeze? They never do any of this shit anymore, and that's good. The desire for and promoting and the home run ball and making it so.
Yeah, it's all like analytics and the shift and everything else. Yeah, baseball sucks. All right, we're done talking about the Mets. All right, couple more things. How's Cassidy? You want to talk about your daughter?
Springer's only got 17 home runs this year. He was hurt. He was hurt.
Cut him. Yeah, he sucks. Cut him.
Dude, my daughter.
Yeah, let's talk about your child.
She's so great.
Yeah.
It really is amazing, you hear so much stuff about having a kid and you think about what it's going to be like having a kid. Do I want to have a kid? And then you have a kid and you realize and everyone was right all along, on all of it, on on every aspect of being a father and have it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's really hard.
I like that video though, the laughing. That was kind of awesome.
Yeah, she's changing every day. She's doing something new every day. She's a really happy girl. Pretty smart. She's really. I'm very thankful of that she's healthy and good. It's a really. So yeah, it's humbling and great, man. She's starting to yap a lot and doing the raspberries now.
How's Pal?
Pal's doing good.
Yeah,
Pal's doing good.
That's good.
She's in TJ right now.
All right, so 2 more things and then we're gonna go. We're over an hour. Woodridge football is very respectable.
Okay.
Off to a very good start this year. They beat the shit out of North Arlington, which was expected. As soon as those kids walked on the field, I'm like, oh, this might get ugly. And they beat the shit out of New Milford last week. And now the Friday night, they're playing Jack Marr and Beckton.
Where's that game?
Over at Riggin Field. So a big Woodridge-Beckton matchup. Beckton's 1-1. Beckton lost to Hawthorne, but they beat up on Lodi.
Good for
So this is like a real litmus test for Woodridge. And see, I don't know what kind of team Jackie has. I really don't. He lost a lot of guys, but they're still good. They're not. Beckton was really good. They were really good last year. Jackie's team.
Yeah. It's amazing what Jackie did last year.
But Woodridge is they got some guys, man. Sarlo's kid's on the team. He's really good.
Okay.
Marchitelli's kid is on the team. He's good. There's this one big monster defensive tackle. It's just out there taking up space. And it looks like they're fast and they got some athletes. I've never seen a Woodridge football team look as athletic and as a real football team as they did. I'm not gonna say the H word, but they kind of look like wow, that looks like Heights. They look good. They look like a real team. And I've been watching these high school teams the last couple of years. I know they suck or they're too small or these guys. I'm going to this game Friday night, man. I'm pumped. I can't wait.
All right.
It's gonna be good.
I mean, let's make out Heights like they're the best team in New Jersey.
Dude, Heights is they are. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Heights wins the state championship every year. They're freaking. Ask Seals about Hasbrook Heights football. He'll give you.
Hey, so wait, Heights still wins every year. Still,
they've won the state. They win Group 1 all the time. They're yes, their coach finally retired either last year or 2 years ago, but they just poured in another one, and they're just the beat rolls on. There's a factory over there. So when Jackie beat them last year, that was a huge deal to beat Heights. Shut them out. But yeah. No, they're fucking Heights, man. They're awesome. It's so frustrating. They ran the same play for 20 years. They roll out, and the tight end comes across. He's open every time. And no one can stop it. So frustrating. And they just plug in different guys. I hate Heights football. All right, anyway. And next week, Dave's playing PNC. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go to the show.
Okay.
In Holmdel.
They just played in Irvine, which is about maybe about an hour and a half. They played on September 11th, and the set list was unbelievable. I saw some stuff online. Definitely the best set list that I saw from the tour so far. It only had one new song, and the rest were it was just fire.
I still struggle. I'm not
into Dave as much as I used to be, obviously.
Yeah, I know. But I have the Sirius in my car.
Yeah.
For another month. And I was by the way, whoever's running that channel over there, DMB Radio, they don't have a fucking clue what they're doing. Whoever this lady is in the dead is awful, by the way.
Listen.
I'm sorry. No, we need to talk about this.
I'm not upset about I'm not upset with what you just said. Donna Jean, dude, the worst note of all in Grateful Dead song is when Donna comes in on playing in the band.
That's what's on right now.
Yes, that's the worst note. And so there's a moment, right? Well, I understand what you're saying, but there's that moment in that song, and they played it a lot of times. So you hear it a lot, and it's like, oh, that sound is just, it's terrible.
It's like Stevie Nicks singing Silent Night. It's terrible.
Okay.
Anyway, what was I talking about? DMB radio.
Oh,
yeah. What are they doing? They have this, like, they have to have a humongous catalog, and they're playing album tracks, and they constantly go and just play different shit. And then they put Stevie Wonder on all the time. Oh, let's take a break from Dave Matthews Radio. No, I'm listening to Dave Matthews Radio for a reason. Yeah. I'm not listening to Dave Matthews Radio to hear Stevie Wonder. No offense to Stevie Wonder. But why the fuck, if people don't want to listen to Dave Matthews, they'll change the channel. But if they want to hear it, they'll put it on. It's not complicated. And then they're playing like I Did It from the Everyday album. Like, you have a catalog that goes 20 years of all these live shows, and you're playing studio albums.
30.
What?
30 years.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Like, what are they doing? That station could be so much better. And there's just so much clutter. They got to cut the crap over there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So you should listen to
There's a lot of people. What?
Listen to Channel 23 instead.
I listened to it. I was Dave Fish Dead. Those are my three. I scroll through. That's what I listen to.
That a boy.
Anyway, I'm having a hard time with No Boyd. Like, that was one of the reasons why I fell in love with the band in the first place. Listeners supported seeing Boyd for the first time.
Yep.
Like, who the hell is that guy? That's all. Like. And you're like, oh, that's Boyd. Yeah, he does that like the whole show. There's a humongous void in the band. So whatever set list they played on 9/11 in Irvine, yeah, it's fine. But it can't be better than a show from 10 years ago, because all those songs are different.
Yep.
I've really been hemming and hawing. Like, do I want to go? Do I want to go to this show? Do I want to do this? Do I want to? It's like I want to protest, but I miss going to a Dave show.
Yeah,
I've only been to one show, No Boyd, and it wasn't terrible. Jen wants to go to the Garden in November.
Well, it's not going to be a bad show because it's not going to be.
No, it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's
just not. There's no Boyd. I miss Boyd. That's the best part of the show, in my opinion.
Boyd was great.
Why can't they just
get along?
No, they could just, there's a million people that know how to play a violin. Just get another guy. Just bring the sound back. Just bring the sound. You can't play Grays without a violin. You can't play Nancy's without a violin. What are we doing?
That's a fair, yeah.
I'd almost want to go see a Dave Matthews cover band with a violin than go see the actual Dave Matthews band.
Okay. I totally.
That's what I want to hear. Those are the songs.
Good take. Good, strong take.
Thank you. Oh, I got your card for Madeline. It came today. So my daughter's birthday is on Thursday. Happy birthday, Madeline. I will give her the card. I don't know when I'm going to see her. I'm gonna try to see her. Michael's here. Michael's in town. I don't know. They're doing something. She still doesn't talk to me that much, but it's like pulling teeth. You'll get there. Maybe not. What were you gonna say?
Well, I hope you see her on her birthday.
I'll finagle my way. I think she's doing all her birthday stuff Wednesday because she's got some school stuff on Thursday. So I'll probably just barge in over on Thursday or something, and we'll go from there. All right. I think we're done. We talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about golf. We talked about football. We didn't really talk about how bad the Giants were. The Giants were right. I'm right about them, and they suck. Nothing's changed. And hey, a 5-6 win season.
Are you going to watch on Thursday?
Yeah, I want to see Washington play. Okay. I want to watch Chase Young.
Watch the Giants in week 3.
I haven't really thought about week 3. I don't like the fact that Atlanta looked like shit. That's who the Giants play, right? Atlanta?
I don't know.
Don't the Giants play Atlanta week 3? I'm pretty sure.
Okay. You want me to look? I have to look. I don't know the Giants' schedule.
I think they play Atlanta week 3 and they're retiring Eli's number.
Okay.
But no, I want them to. You know what I want.
See, you're gonna watch the Giants rooting for Carnage so that you're right, which is the complete opposite of what you want me to do with the. You want me to not watch the Mets, but I'm going to root for the Mets, and you're not going to root for the Giants. You don't want the Giants to do well. You don't, because you want
the worst possible thing that can happen.
I understand, but you're still going to watch. Why would you even watch or care if you want your team to lose and be embarrassing? Yes, they play the Falcons, and then they play New Orleans.
Yeah,
so that's 0-4, maybe.
No, I don't think they're going to lose to the Falcons, man. The Falcons are pretty bad.
So 1-3. Then they play Dallas. Who I'm looking at.
You know what the problem is with the Giants?
I'm looking at Dallas week 5 in Survivor, by the way. I'm already thinking about it.
Okay. The Giants have good players. They have solid players on the defense. So everybody's like, oh, Giants have a great defense. They have a good defense. They have all this guy. They have that guy. And they have guys. Are you listening to me?
I am. They have guys.
But they don't have that guy. They don't have one guy on their defense that offensive coordinators have to get game plan around. We need to stop that guy. We can't let that guy wreck the game.
How many of those guys are in the league, you think? How many?
Don't think the Giants don't have the game plan against Chase Young this week.
Listen, I understand what you're saying, what your point is, but does every
name a team? Give me a team.
How many teams have that?
Enough. The good ones do.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm trying to have a discussion about it. How many teams have that player?
15.
What's that? Who's Kansas City's?
They got that Frank Clark guy.
Okay. Rams got
he's a pass rusher. Patrick Mahomes is the guy you have to worry about. If you're talking about Kansas City.
Good point. So far, the Giants, I got them at 2, maybe 3 wins through week 11. Now on week 12.
That's good. That might be enough. That might be enough for in-season firing, which would be fantastic.
Yeah, they're going to win maybe
5's on the table.
5 games.
Yeah, I think that's the minimum.
That's the minimum they're going to win?
I think they'll, at worst, they'll win 5 games. They might win 7.
I don't think so, buddy.
I hope not.
No.
I mean, that was their over-under. Those guys are usually not wrong.
What was their over-under?
7.5. So they'll be probably right around 6-7.
I wish I took that one.
Yeah, but you probably would have thought they beat the Broncos. But no, half the league has one of those guys. No one's worried about Leonard Williams. No one's worried about Dexter Lawrence. They're good players, but they don't change the game. They're just good. And all the guys in the secondary, yeah, they're good. But none of them's Deion Sanders that they take away half the field. Nobody changes the game. They're solid. But they don't have a game breaker. They don't want and they're paying some of these guys big money to just be average. Julius, who's the guy the Paramus Catholic kid? I was going to say Jabril Peppers.
Yeah, Peppers.
He's okay, but he's not scaring anybody. No one's saying we can't throw over in his direction. Fuck that. And these quarterbacks have all day. Bridgewater could have played that game in a freaking suit. He wouldn't have had a problem. He didn't get touched. He had all day to throw. All day. Nobody's near him. He got 4 incompletions or something? There's no pressure. Because none of these guys, they have no pass rush. That's the New York Giants. They were built a foundation of trophies on pass rush. They have none. They're signing defensive tackles to $20 million contracts. They suck. They're doing it wrong. They're doing it wrong. And they've been doing it wrong since 2018. And nobody says anything. Oh, no, we got this guy. We got that guy. This guy's great. That guy's good. And they're solid. And they got a good coach. And we could game plan. They suck. They suck. So, yeah. God willing. And Daniel Jones is terrible. That's the worst part. It didn't matter that they took him. Fine, take a chance. It didn't matter. The season was already over. They already ruined everything the year before. And no, now he's terrible. He's terrible. And that might be the breaking point. That might be the what's the light bulb for John Mara. Like, okay, maybe Saquon wasn't the best decision. Maybe that Eli transition wasn't great. Daniel Jones might not have it. We have all this money locked up in average and good players, but nobody great. And we've won 6 games again for the 3rd year in a row. Dave, time to go. But whatever. So, yeah. I might have gotten that one right. You all right over there?
I'm great, man. Yeah. The Giants are not doing – we've got those wins over the Patriots. Can't take that away from me.
Yeah, why? How did they get those wins over the Patriots?
Yeah, with their line. With the
Justin Tuck, Michael Strahan, Osi Umenyiora, Jason Pierre-Paul. Yeah, not Dexter Lawrence. And, it just doesn't make sense that I know more than like a GM of a team in the NFL. Like I can't know more than him. But how can he be like? How does he not know that? How does he not know that? How does he think he's right? I don't understand. That's what I don't get. I don't know. It's not like I'm that smart. I mean, I can admit it, but I know that's basics.
Yeah, man.
There's this whole thing on like the Giant way. Like we got to do things the Giant way. Odell Beckham didn't fit the Giant way, and that whole thing. It's basically white supremacy. The Giant way. We got to do things this way, and we don't like any change. We're going to do things our way, right? And the season ticket holders Sundays at 1:00, and the white wine, and like the whole Giant tradition. It's a whole big thing. And it was like, we're going to bring in Dave Gettleman, who used to be with the organization. We're going to get back to that. We have to get back to Giant football and the Giant way and everything else. And they renamed the street 1600 Giants Way or whatever. But they're not doing it the Giants way. That's what I don't understand. They're not doing it that way.
I know. Listen, you have to think that Gettleman's going to get fired at some point, of course. And then it just needs to happen this year. We need to change the guard, the whole thing.
If you saw this Giant game on Sunday,
yeah,
Kenny, I mean, it was the same exact game for the last 3 years. It's the same game.
I know.
On repeat. It's Truman Show. It's fucking Truman. It's the same thing. It's just, Jason Garrett's the offensive coordinator.
That's terrible. It's miserable. Listen.
I'm tired of hearing about how great Joe Judge is when he's got Jason Garrett as an offensive coordinator. Unless I see Judge or hear Judge say, this guy was thrust on me. I didn't have a choice. I was a first-year head coach. I had to have him on my staff. Until I hear that, I don't want to hear how great of a coach Joe Judge is. Because if he's such a great coach, he would have said, I don't want Jason Garrett anywhere near my team. You see what he did in Dallas for 15 years? He did nothing. I don't want him here. I want to do something here. No, I don't want Freddie Kitchens on my offensive staff. I don't want him. I'll bring it in my own. No, I don't want Dave Gettleman picking players. This guy's drafting running backs. What are we doing? That's what I need to hear. And I'm never going to hear that. So I'm tired. I don't want to hear about Joe Judge either.
Do you think Judge would say that to Mara? Because that's the conversation that matters. Do you think he would actually say that in private?
Not yet. No, I don't know.
Because he talks.
That's a hard thing for a first year, like a rookie, to come in and say. Just because he got recommended by Bill Belichick, he can mouth off to an owner and say, "Listen, you're an idiot. You need to do things this way." He's got to establish some clout. If he gets this team to like 9 wins with this ragtag with Daniel Jones fumbling every other play and no pass rush and this team sucks, and then maybe he's like, yeah, listen, I did all this with handcuffs on. Can I get some like real players now? I don't know. What if they re-sign Saquon Barkley?
They're going to. They're going to.
I hate to say it. I hate to say it. You know what I'm going to say?
What? You're going to...
I hate to say it. He's got to get hurt again.
Yeah, I knew you were going to go there.
He's got to get hurt again. The poor kid. He's got to take one for the team. He does. He's got to take one for the team.
Sacrificing Barkley's legs. So
he's got to be damaged goods. It's the only way. He's made enough money. He'll be fine. He's cleared 10, 15, 20 million. He's fine. He'll survive. All right?
Yeah,
fine.
But nothing. He's going to get a $50 million contract, and he deserves it.
With somebody else.
Yeah, fine. But the Giants are going to...
Yes, I'd love for him to get one with somebody else. But how about not a knee injury? How about like an ankle?
A broken toe.
A toe. No, toes are bad for a running back.
Toe.
How about a collarbone?
Collarbone, all right.
How about a collarbone? Upper body. How about a nice upper body injury? A torn bicep. Out for the year. Get his contract somebody else. That's not awful. That doesn't make me a horrible person.
Is he an unrestricted free? He's a restricted free agent this year?
Well,
right?
He'll have that 5th-year option that they'll exercise on him, and then he could hold out, or he'll want his new He's going to want his contract after this year.
Can they franchise him? Can they put the tag on him?
But that's even worse.
Why?
I don't want a top 5 running back in salary on my team. Yeah, they could. But no. I want out of the building. Get out of the building. You leave. Take Daniel Jones with you. Take Leonard. Take everybody. Take them all. Take it away. Take it away. I need a GM with some freaking... But just smarts. It's a shame. Giant games used to be so much fun. Cold weather. Just go out there and play some giant football, have a good defense, and a methodical offense. What?
Go out there and hit somebody.
Go out there and fucking hit somebody. Let's play some defense. And they suck. They've been terrible for years. It's so frustrating. Anyway, all right, I'm going to go. I'm sweating profusely. It's hot.
You always are.
I covered everything.
How's the chat been? Is that...
It's light. It's light. Maybe people don't like you. Maybe I should promote you as Dave Portnoy. See if anything comes of that,
What about Portnoy?
I said maybe I should promote it. Like, I interviewed Dave Portnoy. Tag him and, see if anybody says anything.
No, I don't look like him right now.
No, not at all. No. Can barely see.
No. All right, buddy.
All right, I'm going to go. Thanks for doing this. I'm going to post it or whatever, and We'll do this again.
All right, buddy.
You okay?
Fun. I'm great. It was fun.
It was fun. So, all right, I'm going to end this and then don't disappear. Okay? Right. Thanks, everybody. Like and share and subscribe. All right. We'll talk to you soon. All right.